If I remember correctly, I gave my first BBC in February 2018, which was about 2 months after I had received my full ordination in Taiwan. Since then, I have been excused from giving any more BBC due to my fear of public speaking and my extreme anxiety caused by that fear. Because I assumed that the approval that I received from the harmonizers were permanent. I just sat back, relaxed, and enjoy listening to other community members' BBC. Surprisingly, after we finished the Bosada, our monastic fortnight confession and repentance about a month ago, Venerable children asked me to give a BBC. I tried to make excuses that I was very busy facilitating SIF and did not have much time to prepare for it. However, after my morning meditation practice the next day, I felt that I now have a little more courage and confidence to let verbal children know that I could do a BBC today. I would like to share with you 4 major steps that have helped me overcome my fear of public speaking. By putting these steps in chronological orders, I am amazed that one step leads to another, and that all the supportive conditions seem to line up perfectly to support these steps. In addition, I would like to share a few valuable lessons that I have learned through a long process, as well as how I'm able to relate the teachings to my own experience. The first step was a nightmare experience for me. After I became the Abbey resident in January 2017, I was told to lead the morning practice in the meditation hall. I tried to put it off as long as I could, but eventually, a senior, I believe Venerable Chuni, approached me saying I had to lead the morning practice so that the Anagarika, she is now Venerable Kunga, could follow me. I had no choice and said yes. I remember every time I had to lead the morning practices, I had to think about what I want to share several days in advance and to spend several hours to prepare for my motivation. The anxiety and fear of leading the morning practices and sharing my motivations in a big group made me wake up in the middle of the night. Because I was exhausted due to the lack of sleep the night before, I mispronounced even simple words. I had to bring out my motivation and read word by word. As I tried to investigate the root causes of my fear, I realized that my practice was superficial and shallow at that time. As a result, I did not have much direct and internal experiences to share. In addition, I was strongly attached to my reputation and self-image. All the what-if questions, such as what if people did not like my motivation? What if they did not understand what I wanted to share? What if my motivation was not good? Made me terrified and stressed. As time went on, I was getting a little less nervous when I led the morning practices. I would like to share a funny story while preparing for my motivation. One night, I tried to make a few last changes to my motivation and then went to Ananda, our office building, to print it out. When I opened the door, Kuruna, one of the Abbey's 4 cats, ran out because I was not aware that she wanted to escape. I was furious at her because she ruined my plan, which was to bring out my motivation so that I could go to bed early. I tried to chase after her, but was unable to catch her because she ran much faster than I could. Luckily, Venerable Kunga was around and kindly offered to help me and to bring her back to the building. As some of you might know, I had a very bad experience with cats before I came to the Abbey. This real incident really made me hold my grudge against the cats even stronger. When I was much calmer the following day, I realized that I was miserable about what happened the night before because I had an unrealistic expectation that my life should go smoothly the way I want without obstacle or difficulty. In addition, I was able to develop my compassion and understanding about our cat's needs. If I wanted to go for a walk to enjoy fresh air, so did the cats. I rejoice that nice incident gave me the opportunity to transform my anger into compassion and joy, to develop affectionate connection to two of our cats, Kuruna and Ubeka, and to learn a valuable lesson that life is full of unexpected turns and bumps. So after 3 years practicing in the meditation hall, beginning this January, I have been allowed to practice in the chapel, to experiment if the different environments might help alleviate my severe allergy symptoms. This second step seemed to be very beneficial for me, not only for my physical well-being, but also for my personal and spiritual growth and development. It turned out that practicing with a small group of 3 monastics has given me big advantages and precious opportunities to lead the morning practices more often and to gain my confidence much quicker. It also marked significant improvements in my analytical and investigative skills that lead me to make a wise decision and to put forth effort to build a strong and solid foundation by deepening and broadening my understandings of the essence of the Buddha teaching. Furthermore, doing regular Lamrim meditation, the 4 foundations of mindfulness, and the purification practices have helped me more grounded, stable, and steady. As I am getting a little more mature in my practices, I have been able to come up with my short motivations just a few minutes before the morning practice or on the way from the non-resident to the chapel where I practice. I'm no longer anxious or worried about what other people think about my motivations because they come from my heart or from my direct internal experiences. As the result, my health gradually improves. My allergy symptoms seem to be less serious than the years before, and best of all, I'm feeling more confident, mindful, calm, relaxed, energetic, and at ease. Then came the third step, which was a big surprise for me. About 4 months ago, our ritual manager, Venerable Champa, asked me if I was interested in being the chant leader for the Posada, and I'm very glad that I'm willing to try. Thanks to her advance notice, I had plenty of time to study and understand the role, to practice the handbell, and to practice every single step of that role. I also took advantage of many breaks during my first 1-week personal retreat to rehearse the role. Because I was well prepared, I felt at ease and calm during my first posada as the chant leader. At the end of the posada, Venerable Churan asked me to be the Pratimosha reciter for the following posada, which was 2 weeks later, and this marked my 4th step. As I mentioned at the beginning of my BBC, I did not plan to have my second retreat before the next posada. Again, I used my break times during my retreat to practice reciting the Pratimosha Sutra several times so that I was able to recite it faster and smoother. I'm glad that I did a decent job during my first posada as the Pratimosha reciter, and was surprised when Venerable Churan asked me to give the BBC at the end of the posada. So even though it took me a long time to overcome my fear of public speaking, I rejoice that I consider each step a milestone so that I can remind myself of the progress that I'm making every day and not about the goal that I strive to reach, to achieve, or to accomplish. When I chose to give my BBC today, I wasn't aware that today is the Abbey's 17th birthday. To me, the Abbey's growth and my spiritual and personal growth share the same commonality, a step-by-step process of continual development, growth, and improvement. For that reason, I feel deeply honored to be part of the Abbey's community that is flourishing and growing. Happy 17th birthday to the Abbey. Let's keep moving forward in 2021 and beyond. But then I think I would like to take this opportunity to express my deepest gratitude to Venerable Children exhortation, encouragement, compassion, and understanding, to our senior Venerable Tapa, Venerable Chuni, Venerable Samton guidance, who are my best coach, and the rest of the community for your kind support. So it's a long process, but I'm glad that I made it.